Hi, welcome to Modern Conversations. I'm going to interview people to find out why social media sucks. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Kiki.
Hi, Kiki. So do you think social media sucks?
I mean, I think it can suck. I like it.
I think social media is really just a tool that needs to be used properly and wisely.
I feel like it's necessary to stay connected to people, but I don't love it.
Um, yeah, no, I think it's really it's interesting kind of what it's doing to society and culture, but at the same time, people also have more access than ever before.
Social media still sucks. Reason number one, stalkers. Social media is the best way to stay in touch with the worst people you've ever met. The only thing that's more damaging than information that you share with people who don't know you is the information you share with people who do know you but don't mean you well. If you've ever had like an ex or an estranged family member or even just a psycho coworker, your social media is the best way for them to get in touch with you. Just like you know that your mom is always your number one fan, you can be sure that your exes and your enemies are always your number one followers. It's like an open access directory of all the people your worst enemy might want to get in touch with if they ever feel like making up crazy stories about you, or just seeing what you're doing lately or where you live. Reason number two, online presence. You may feel that you have the most spotless possible online presence and that there's just no way anybody could think anything bad about you by the things you post online. But somebody could still look at it and think, okay, this person has an awful lot of free time. Maybe they're not very serious. Or, okay, this person is incredibly boring. Why limit yourself by letting people who don't know you get into the movie for free without paying the price of admission? People should be curious about you. They should earn the right to see what kind of a person you are. Not take out their cell phone and immediately find a picture of you flexing in the mirror at the gym.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm John Baking Soda. Hit me up on the gram.
Oh, so he thinks he's really clever.
Or,
Oh, so he thinks he's really hot.
Pouring time and energy into what side people see of you only to have them know that you poured precious time and energy into that is psychologically revealing. Reason number three is burnout. If I wanted to share my life online, I'd have to start living in a very photogenic fashion.
thank you. If I choose to share my life online, I'm going to have to start living my life more photogenically. I have to start dressing in a photogenic fashion and eat in pretty places with good lighting and less spur of the moment spontaneity.
I'd have to wear coordinated outfits, and I'd have to make sure that they're camera ready and that my hair is always brushed and styled and freshly cut. If I'm hanging out with other people, I've got to make sure that they're comfortable being featured in my propaganda about my life, and I have to regulate their appearances to meet the broadcast standards demanded by my mass media audience. It takes as much energy as it would take to get twice as much done if I wasn't filming it. All of that's kind of exhausting. Plus, even when you're having special experiences, you have to make a spectacle out of them. You have to take time away from it to film content and edit. It's like having a parasite that consumes a tiny amount of whatever joy or beauty you consume in order to sustain itself. Reason number four, unreality. This world online is not your world. The Treachery of Images was a 1929 painting by surrealist painter René Magritte. The point he was trying to make back then was that an image is not actually the real thing. Nobody cared, of course, because back then all he was talking about was paintings, and people knew paintings aren't real. But now, we look at photographs of people and events and we believe them at face value. Just because you saw somebody get famous by posting on TikTok and YouTube, you shouldn't think that the same success is within your reach. It's just an illusion. There are by necessity only a few people who can get successful on social media, because success through fame requires a sustained monopoly of the attention of the masses. Now, it wouldn't really be a monopoly if everybody could achieve it. I mean, start keeping the score. SoundCloud didn't make you a rock star. Instagram didn't make you an influencer. LinkedIn did not give you an amazing career that lets you pay for a home right after college. The only way to get successful in the real world is to do real world things. And there is no user-friendly interface in reality. You just have to build your own platform, design it, and stand on it for yourself. Have you ever read a biography about somebody who got famous by filming themselves in their garage? I wouldn't want to read that book, so why would I want to make that my life? Another unrealistic expectation social media creates is the idea that everybody in the world should always be beautiful. The algorithm promotes images of the best examples of celebrities in their prime, and then we get accustomed to beauty as the banal standard of reality. I know single people who won't even date ordinary-looking people because they see edited influencers all day and night on their phones. And the last thing about social media that makes it unreal is that social media, whether you like it or not, is only available to some people. These people on here are part of an exclusive club who have high-speed internet connections, they've got access to electricity and housing, fluency in the same language, and their lives are so comfortable and empty that they're looking to cure their boredom. It doesn't show you people who are too busy for this stuff because they've got bills to pay, or who value their privacy, or who just have too much stress to cope with to make a documentary about their lives in real time. Social media pretends that it shows you the entire world, but in reality, the people on here have got more in common with each other than any 10 people chosen at random on the planet.
How many times a week does someone tell you to get on social media?
I mean, implicitly or explicitly, probably every day to some extent. I don't always listen, but it's, yeah, no, I think that our lives collectively and individually would be far less stress. Like, I mean, not necessarily less stressful because it's not the only source of stress. There are practical stressors, but I don't know. I think that we feel a little less crazy without it.
Why does it make us feel crazy? Perhaps the reason it makes us feel crazy is because it tries to make us believe in a reality that doesn't exist. When there is a dissonance between what social media claims to do for us and what it actually does, there's a divorce between our understanding and reality. Sometimes when you feel crazy, it's because you actually are. But it isn't your fault. You're only crazy because you've been told that social media is good for keeping in touch and communicating, that it makes the world smaller, that it helps you find the things you're looking for, and potentially that it can even make you famous. Social media has been gaslighting us. We need to stop believing that this is reality, that this is truth, and that this is communicating. It is the mere semblance of communication, not the actual thing. We are living in Plato's cave, watching shadows on the wall. You know what Plato's cave is. I'm not going to repeat it. You've watched other YouTube videos explain Plato's cave. You're not toddlers. And if you are a toddler, Google Plato's cave. So those are the reasons social media sucks. If you agree or disagree, just leave a comment below and I'll talk to you later. I look forward to having a conversation. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.